News Time Generals, and it's me, Carter Smith.
And me, Jackson Ben, for yet another Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News.
Yes, Jackson, and we really have a wonderful show dialed up for everyone today.
Sure do. Listen to this lineup. Heritage announced their highest honors list late last Friday.
Yes, and our spring blood drive is this Friday, and we have a cool experiment to show you from our ASL students.
Those stories and more coming to you right after our announcement segment by Ava, Rory, and Emily. Take it away, girls.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. I'm Rory and this is Ava, and we have a few big announcements to tell you.
So let's get right into it.
Any students who have had perfect attendance so far, there will be a Lookouts game you can attend. If you're wanting tickets, go to the front office to see if you meet the qualifications. The game will be at 7:15.
Ringgold Senior Walk will be Thursday. If you are a senior who's an alumni for Ringgold Primary or Elementary, please attend to participate in the walk. Students must provide their own transportation.
State baseball will also be happening Thursday. It will be here at the Taj versus Southwest DeKalb at 3 p.m. Come out and support the Generals.
Well, let's go on over to Rory for the 4-day weather forecast.
Thanks, Ava. Yes, let's jump right into the 4-day weather forecast.
It will be a cloudy week. Tuesday it will be sunny with a high 74 and a low of 51. Wednesday it will be cloudy with a high 75 and a low of 49. Thursday it will be cloudy also with a high of 76 and a low of 58. And Friday, being our hottest day, will also be cloudy with a high of 78 and a low of 63. Have a great week.
Now let's go on to Jackson and Carter for more news.
Thanks, girls. Nice job as always. And now let's get to all of those news stories, Jackson.
Sounds good. We'll start with the announcement late last Friday afternoon of the HHS highest honors list.
I believe this is the class ranking in terms of GPA.
You're exactly right, Carter. Just to be anywhere near the top of this list is a high honor for sure, but who wound up as valedictorian and salutatorian?
Let's find out in this report from 5-Star News reporters Owen Bryant and Brody Morrison.
We announced our seniors who will be graduating with highest honors. That means they have a 90 cumulative average and have taken at least 6 honors, AP, or dual enrollment classes. And the top 2 students are Waverly Brown, who is our valedictorian, and Emily Lynn, who's our salutatorian. They have the highest averages out of those students with highest honors.
I'm incredibly honored. It's been like a long work in the process, obviously, since 9th grade, but I'm so excited that I get to be up there with one of my best friends, Waverly, and I just can't wait to share that moment with her. So it's been like a lot of hard work and determination every single one of my classes, like even when I don't feel like doing the work and giving it my all. I've just continuously been pushing myself to like try my best and like achieve as high of grades as possible.
So congratulations to all those students. They'll be getting a gold stole that they'll wear at graduation, and they'll also be the first ones in line when we go through the graduation ceremony to receive their diplomas first.
I'm super excited about the future. I am currently going to commit to Harvard College, and I'm planning on concentrating in econ and statistics, and I'm hoping to go into like the finance world. I'm really open to doing anything though, so I'm just really excited for the future and to see where like my college career takes me.
So I'm proud of them. I'm proud of Waverly and Emily, all the graduates with highest honors. Well done, Generals.
Congrats to Waverly and Emily and to all that achieved the highest honors.
And speaking of honors, it was the 5-Star News honor to take in the blind/deaf experiment down in the sign language class last week.
Yes, it sure was. This is where students partner up and try to...
Hold on, Jackson. Let's let reporters Parker Scott, Emily Damron, and Ava Phillips tell us more.
Started talking about deaf blindness and as an experience and how different that is for most of our experiences. And so in our class we did an experiment where we had some students who were our guides and our interpreters, and they were to help our students who were deaf blind to walk around the school and do a couple of activities. So that included sound reducing headphones and earplugs to try to cancel out as much sound as possible to kind of really gain that experience of what it is to be deaf, but then also blindfolds. So they walked around the school, and it was just an opportunity for kids to kind of learn how different people live and how they access information in a school building. So they got to learn how hard it is to go up and down stairs or open a door or find information that you need to find without someone helping you. So that accessibility was kind of the key role in it, is that we want to know what access is available for those who are deafblind and where it's not.
I guess deaf-blind thing for ASL. We're in partners. I'm her interpreter. She's deaf and blind. We have to go around the school and find QR codes and I have to interpret the questions to her, and she has to answer them.
Like, it's a new experience because we're not deaf or blind, so we get to, like, do all the things that other people can't.
What do y'all learn?
We learn, like, how, like, if you're the deaf and blind person, you get to just walk around. You have no feelings.
Certainly a great way to learn. Congrats on the experiment, guys.
And finally, Friday is a very important day down in the health occupations room this week.
Yes, it is, Carter. That's where Blood Assurance will be here for the HHS Spring Blood Drive.
If you haven't signed up to donate yet, there's still time, but you'll need to listen up to this preview from 5-Star News reporters Parker Scott and Deacon Lewis.
This coming Friday is the blood drive at Heritage High School, the second one this year. And we still have plenty of sign-up spots available. If you could come out and donate, that would help us out a lot, help out your community, help literally to save lives. And if you are a senior who is trying to graduate with the extra cords of courage, please see me as soon as this blood drive is over. I have to get those orders in pretty soon. And if you think you qualify or you're eligible, I need you to come by and see Ms. Henley as soon as possible. Remember, you have to have 6 donations to earn the red cord and 10 donations to earn the double cord.
Thanks, y'all. Time for a break, but hang around now for sports.
We'll have soccer news from the state tourney, baseball prepping for their first round of state, and we'll hear from our esports team who had advanced to the state Sweet 16 last week.
Wow, that's a lot, but stick around. Sports is next.
Lunch list as well. Oh Lord. Golly, it's cold out here. Oh man, oh my God, what is this? Nasty. Park. Johnny's littering.
Actually, you're not allowed to litter.
What you gonna do about it, nerd?
Actually, you're not allowed to litter.
Sports time, everyone. Court and Owen back with you again. And Owen, we have 3 stories ready to go for everyone, and we'll start with soccer today.
Yes, we will. And our boys squad hit the road to Atlanta last Friday afternoon to tangle with the Wildcats of Westminster.
Seems like every sports team has had to meet up with Westminster this year. Volleyball, football, basketball, tennis, and now soccer.
Yep, and until Friday, the Wildcats have advanced in every matchup. Could our soccer guys break that streak?
Here's 5-Star reporters Owen Bryant and Brody Morrison with the match recap.
The guys headed to Westminster on Friday. It was a late start, 7:30. Lacrosse game finished up. We took the field. I think we were ready to play, and about 30 seconds in, we made a soft pass across the middle, and they had one in the back of the net before the first minute was done. But the guys kept on fighting. They played the next 40 minutes. It was 1-0 at half. I thought we were in it, even though Westminster's better than us. Westminster came out and got a couple quick goals. We just had some lapses in what we should have been doing.
I think we did all right. Our touches were really bad in the midfield, and our defense was flat-footed the whole game. But I think Jay, our goalkeeper, he did really well. I think our strikers, we did all right, and then we couldn't, pull together a win. So,
at the end of the day, they outplayed us. The guys played for a full 80 minutes, really hard, played hard, kept it to 4-0. Westminster's good. I'm guessing they've been a Final Four team for years now, and they may win it this year. But it wrapped up a good season. The guys had a lot of fun. I'm really proud of the effort. I'm proud of who this team has become. and looking forward to see where the program goes.
Definitely our defense. We're losing a lot of people in the back. I think that if we work on that, then we can definitely have a chance at winning region next year.
Tough match, you guys. Congrats on an incredible season, and we've really enjoyed following you guys this year.
To esports now, and yes, Owen, we do have an esports team here at the school.
Oh, I know we do, and apparently have a pretty good esports team as well.
I guess so. Our 3-team squad recently advanced to the Sweet 16 of the state tournament in the game Smash Brothers.
How big of a deal is this?
Pretty big, if you ask me. Let's find out more about this group and this reporter from Sports Reporters, David Butler and Jackson Bem.
So, recently we entered the GHSA tournament for esports in Smash Bros. I was on a team with Austin Campbell and Vivian Lee.
So for Smash Bros, we have 4 teams of 3. Each person will play a round against the other team's 3 people. So it would be first to 3. Whoever wins 3 rounds total wins the game.
We went through about 7 weeks of actual normal gaming and then a week of a bye week, which gave us a free win. And at the end of the normal season, we placed 65th, but because of some teams being shuffled around, because of some rules, we ended up actually getting 63rd in the tournament.
This year, my team went 7-1 in the playoffs, qualifying in top 8. Then in the playoffs, we won a round and unfortunately lost the next one, 3-1. So,
well, going into it, so our first match was against number 2, and luckily we got they didn't show up, so they got a forfeit, and that brought us up to having to go against the 31st team.
It was a fun season. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like this is the farthest we've gotten so far. So next season should be really good. Mostly we just need to make sure we don't get out of shape, keep practicing, and actually learn more about how the game is properly played.
Unfortunately, all 3 were eliminated after the Sweet 16, but congrats on a great tourney run.
And finally to baseball, and Coach Stinger's team is putting on their final preparations for their first round matchup with Southwest DeKalb.
We sure are, and that matchup will take place right here at the Taj this Thursday at 3 p.m.
It'll be our Generals as the 1 seed, taking on the 4 seed squad from Atlanta. What will it take to advance? Let's hear from some of our players and coaches.
Well, Thursday afternoon we start a doubleheader with Southeast DeKalb, first round of the state playoffs, team out of Atlanta area. At this point, they're all good teams. If you make it to the state tournament, then you're a pretty good team.
It'd be great for everybody to come out. Having home field advantage, it's huge. You don't have to travel. Sit in a bus forever, then go play, stay in hotels. You get to sleep in your own bed. I don't know too much about this team. Obviously, they're probably not a bad team if they're, playing in playoffs. I think if we just do what we do, play baseball the right way, we should come out with a win. I'm real confident in our guys and how we've been playing recently. We've been hot, so as long as we do the right things, we should be good.
We're relying heavily on our pitching. Max Owens is going to start the first game, and we want to get off to a good start there.
All right, and if we win this game, what does it mean for the team?
Well, if we win the first game, we turn around and play the second game.
Okay.
If we split, then we'll turn around and play Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock. But if we win the 2 out of 3, then we advance next week.
Thanks for sports, you guys, and good luck to the baseball team later this week.
Entertainment time, Carter, and I hope you're ready for some more video game talk.
Well, I guess I can be.
Well, you better be, because Kieran Freed is here with his latest edition of Game Rate. This week he's putting the scope on Hollow Knight.
How did he score it? Let's find out.
Hello, and welcome back to Game Rate, where we rate your favorite games based on story, gameplay, and graphics. I'm your host, Kieran, and today we're looking through Hollow Knight. So why don't we dash through to the basics? Hollow Knight is a 2D Souls-like Metroidvania made in 2017 by the indie dev team Cherry. In Hollow Knight, you start off with just an old nail, which is basically just a sword, and have to explore the old world of Hallownest to finish some kind of goal that the game doesn't really tell you until you're like 1/3 of the way through the game. So yeah, the game is mostly focused on story, but it's hidden pretty well, so let's check out this story, why don't we? You play as this little guy, who gets called many different names, such as Little Ghost, Little Traveler, and Little Wanderer, which is reasonable since they are pretty short compared to other characters. Anyways, you travel through Hallownest, an ancient civilization which, like Subnautica, kinda has the flu. Except it's caused by a literal dream goddess. Your job is to stop this flu by either stealing your brother's job or taking the fight to the source.
What, am I gonna fight the sun?
But you can't just fight God right after you wake up, so this little ghost has to get stronger. But Kieran, you may be asking, why would a dream goddess infect a city with weird orange goop? And to that I say, because she's lonely. This dream goddess was once worshipped by the Moths, a tribe specially attuned to dreams, which turned their backs on said dream goddess upon the arrival of the Pale King, the monarch of Hallownest, who granted sapience to many bugs in the kingdom and attempted to seal away the dream goddess by getting 3 bugs to become dreamers to form seals that would lock up the dream goddess's vessel. In the process of convincing one to become a dreamer, the Pale King made a deal that would birth Hornet, who is mostly known for being on promotional art for Hollow Knight Silksong, which still isn't out yet. I'm begging you, Team Cherry, please. Anyways, that's as much significant story as I can give, so including what I can't tell you, the story gets a wonderful 10 out of 10. So much love and care was put into the creation of this game's story that I feel like only one game that I know of could have a small chance to beat it. Remember, this is subjective. I haven't played every game in the history of man. On to the gameplay now, and Hollow Knight is a jumble of different genres. It fits into Metroidvania, Souls-like, platformer, and a little bit of bullet dodge a lot of projectiles strategically, get into the rhythm of the battle and time your attacks carefully genre. Yeah, that sure is a long genre name I wish I could shorten without getting in trouble. Anyways, yeah, it has a very high skill ceiling. Basic gameplay goes like this. Explore new areas to find items that will help on your journey, like the ability to dash. Use your newfound ability to reach new areas, which have more abilities, and fight any enemies you see because they give you money. Obviously, you'll eventually reach a roadblock like a really tough boss, so try using different charms and upgrading your nail and you'll be fine. The boss fights are really engaging, sometimes taking multiple tries to beat, even if you have the right stuff, because sometimes everyone has something called a skill issue. So my advice for that is to just get good. Overall, the gameplay's pretty fun, and I really like it. 8 out of 10. Graphics time, and honestly, even though it's 2D, the scenery is amazing. Each area is truly unique and beautiful, with everywhere you go having an explanation for why it looks like that and what happened there. I guarantee some places could be screenshot, framed, hung on a wall, and only a few people would look and say, wait a minute, is that Hollow Knight? 9 out of 10. Truly wonderful. And now to get the total rating. 9 out of 10. Absolutely wonderful game. I just hope Silksong will live up to the original. Well, whenever Silksong releases. Please, Team Cherry, I am begging. Okay, I'm feeling better. I'll see you next time when we rate Outer Wilds. See you soon.
Good job, Kieran. Always a treat.
And with that, we'll turn the lights out on this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News, but we'll see you again on Friday with a brand new report.
But until then, have a great rest of the week and stay classy, Heritage.